Yes, debate writing is like, it's just like a speech writing only. So when we talk about a speech and debate, the only difference is that debate happens to be argumentative. And secondly, the debate happens to be convincing more than the speech. When you give a speech, what happens? When you give a speech, you just put forward your idea or your opinion. But when you debate on some issue, then you try to convince the audience with what you think, and you happen to be more convincing in your tone. You want to convince the audience that your point of view is right, whereas the point of view of the other person may not be that accurate, may not be that correct. So in debate, we need to be stronger, we need to be more convincing, we need to be more argumentative. Is that clear? So speech is just putting forward your opinion or idea, but debate is convincing others with your point of view. Can we give debate on each issue? Can we debate on all topics? Come on. Can we debate on all topics? If I say discipline is very important in students' life, is it a debatable issue? It's not a debatable issue because it's a fact. No one will say like, no, without discipline, student life can do well. Okay, it's not a debatable issue. If I say punctuality is the regime of royal people, is it a debatable issue? No, punctuality is actually something which is the hallmark of royal people only. Beggars cannot, you cannot expect the beggars to be punctual for begging. And if they are, then they will not remain to be beggars at all. They will also start doing better in life. Okay, the moment one starts becoming disciplined, the moment one starts becoming punctual, that very minute his improvement starts happening. Right? So these things are not debatable. But if I say homework is must for students, homework should be given to students each day, it's a debatable topic. You may say like, no, without homework also we can do better. But for some children, they might say like, yes, homework is very important. But some people will say, no, daily homework is not required. Okay, so there it's a debatable issue. If I say online classes should be banned, even then it is a debatable issue. Okay, many of you will be fighting in favor, and some of you will fight against it. Okay, so the thing is, there are debatable topics. The debatable issues need to be argumentative. They are argumentative. Now the point is how to put forward your argument. Yes, how to put forward your argument. So first of all, the first thing which we have discussed regarding debate is like the issue which has two sides, that topic becomes debatable. Now whatever you choose to be, whether in favor or against, the point is how to be a good debater. How to be a good debater? If you want to win a battle of wits, debate is called as the battle of wits. Wits is intelligence. If you want to win the battle of wits, what you need to have? What's your biggest weapon? What? Pardon? Facts, yes, facts. Very good. So the battle of wits can be won with facts. And how will you have the facts with you? Knowledge, yes. So facts, knowledge, mastery of the issue, of the topic. If you get a topic to debate upon, doesn't mean that you stand up and say, yeah, I favor this. You need to present your argument with the help of lots of facts. You must have data with you. You must have the statistics with you. You must have the complete knowledge of its history, and you must also know its repercussions in the future also. Okay, complete data, complete stats, complete facts. Only then you will be able to debate upon some issue. Only then you can expect to be a winner. Okay, so debating skills require complete mastery on the topic. Otherwise, dare not go for a debate, especially with the experts. Okay, so when you are going to be a debater, you need to know that yes, this issue has got two sides. And first you make up your mind as to which side you have more facts, which side you are more inclined to. When you say like homework should be given, favor is that yes, it should be given, against is it should not be given. Now you think like if you say like homework should be given, what do you think are its positive points? Then you also analyze its opposite side, and the side which makes you have more ideas, it means that you favor that. Don't favor something just because you don't like it. Point is not this. No one likes homework. No one. But the point is that homework, whether it is important or not, when you're going to debate for this, it's just not about your personal liking. It's about the reality. Reality would be presented in the form of facts, data, stats. So what you will have more, that you will choose. Right? So debating skills cannot be acquired unless you have complete knowledge of the topic. Merely saying it should be, it should not be, it should be, it should not be, you will lose the battle of wits. In order to win the wits battle, you'll have to present the ideas in the form of facts, figures, data, stats, and very convincing arguments. Okay, you must have linguistic proficiency also. And yes, when you are putting forward your ideas through these datas and all, you must have the convincing or debating jargons. For example, what are the debating jargons? Huh?
In my opinion.
Yes. For example, you say, in my opinion, or you say, who will not agree with me? What is more convincing? That you'll have to decide. You'll have to make out like at what point which jargon is to be used. In my opinion is very personalized, you know what we say, jargon. But when we say who might not agree with me, I guess all will agree with me. I would like to ask my dear opponent. So with these kinds of things, you are pinpointing your facts. You're pinpointing your arguments. So highlighting your arguments with the help of debating jargons make your debate a little bit more interesting. But unless and until your debate has the core issues addressed, your debate is not of any worth. Okay. So if we talk about the layout of the debate, it's not at all difficult. Like any speech, debate also starts with either with a quotation, or you can greet the audience first of all. Okay, so very formally, you can start your debate thereby addressing or greeting the audience. Good morning, everybody. A very pleasant good evening to all the ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so first of all, greet the audience. Second thing is to be introduce yourself. Tell the public like who you are, your name, and a little bit of your profession. You are student, then you will tell you are a student of this class. Okay, if it's out of the school, then you can tell like you are from which school. So that is what your identity is. So if whosoever is going to speak something, that person needs to introduce oneself with complete designation and place. Okay, wherever one is working or wherever one is. Then after self-introduction, one has to introduce the topic. So today we have all gathered here to discuss whether homework is a must or not. And my dear audience, I choose the motion in favor, because I think it's more convincing, because I think it has been very beneficial to me personally as well. Something like this, right? Because this topic is something which can be given on personal experiences also. So first of all, formally, if we talk about the layout, then first of all, what we need to talk about, greet the audience. Second thing, self-intro. What's the third thing, Divyanshi? Intro to topic. After intro to topic, what will you write? When you introduce the topic, then what we do? We mention what speaker's stand is. Whether he is in favor or against. Very clearly make it clear. Okay, don't keep the audience in a fix like whether you're going to speak in favor or against throughout. Okay, the audience would keep on thinking, is he in favor or is he against? Mention this in the very beginning, right? And in between, prove your point with what? With facts. With facts and figures. Okay, and facts and figures are to be supported by jargons. Whatever you are going to present, they all must have a suitable support of the debating jargons. And the tone, what kind of tone should be there in debate? Convincing tone. What is convincing tone? Your purpose is that the others should agree with you. And how will they agree with you? When your tone would be such. And what kind of tone is it? Means that with debating jargons. If you simply say homework, is very beneficial. If you give if the children do homework daily, then everything gets revised. It's okay. But if I say, I guess all will agree with me that whenever you were given homework when you were children, then you could revise the things at home. So when I address you personally, then you will start getting, reminded of your own experience. That is more convincing. Instead of I just talking about my own idea, if I relate it with your ideas or your experience, then it would be more convincing. So it means I try to address the speaker's own listeners' experiences also. Make them recall. Make the speakers involve themselves in your ideas. So involve listeners in your ideas. And how will you involve them? By addressing them directly. You will all agree with me. You all might have been able to make out who might not have listened, who might not have heard about it, who will not agree, something like this. And most important, address the listeners in a way that their positivity is reflected. Don't tell the listeners their negativities. Don't tell listeners that you might not have, if you did not do homework, you might have been defects. Don't tell the listeners that, don't make them feel that they are lagging somewhere. Make the listeners feel as if they are VIPs, as if they are the great ones. Only then they'll be able to be with you. Otherwise, they'll say, no, we are not the first. You go. So tone should be convincing. Take them with you. Don't make them against you. Okay, doesn't mean that you start flattering the audience. In the end, your debate is what you want your audience to get convinced with. But your ideas should be so convincing. Take examples. Yes, that's the most important thing, is that in order to make your debate convincing, take examples from history. Okay, wherever, maybe from scriptures, maybe from the very solid books, maybe from the autobiographies of people, maybe from the biographies of people. Take relevant examples. Okay, that they are more convincing. Biographies, take the examples from the biographies or autobiographies or scriptures, because people listen to, people get more convinced by what had been really there in the history. Scriptures, they never ever ignore. If I give you an example from Gurbani, or if I give you an example from Gita, if I give you an example from Bible, you people will be sure that yes, it can't be wrong. So if I give you an example from the great people like Buddha or Ashok, King Ashok, okay, anyone, whomsoever we people had all been admiring, then it becomes all the more convincing. So give examples from history, okay, and take the help of the present facts, present statistics or data, but don't forget the history also. Bring that also. Okay, compliment the audience, that is compliment the listeners, that I've already told you, don't insult them. Okay, you don't have to be derogatory towards the listeners. Your approach towards the listener should be very, very respectful. Okay, dear audience, keep on addressing the audience as dear audience, the August gathering. So ladies and gentlemen, so the audience will keep, motivated. The audience will feel that yes, that person is with us or we are with them. So finally, when you think you have been able to give all the relevant facts to prove your point of view, then conclude, then take leave suitably. Okay, conclude your matter in a very, very nice manner. Conclude thereby patching up or wrapping up the whole content what you spoke for. If your debate is for 3 minutes, then the last 20 to 30 seconds should be devoted to wrapping up what you spoke overall. Okay, conclude nicely. Okay, don't leave abruptly. That is the worst thing what one can do. Okay, conclude thereby giving respect to the audience, thereby wrapping up your overall content in a few words. Right? And don't conclude thereby telling the audience that you only are correct. Conclude in such a way that you leave the matter upon audience then. Let them decide. Okay, you don't have to leave thereby telling that you were the best. Now you leave in such a way that the audience feels that they are the better judges. If they are the better judges, they'll be able to make the right judgment. Okay, so leave in such a way that the audience feels honored that they are the better judges and can have better judgment. And don't forget to say thank you so much. Okay, don't forget to express your gratitude to the audience for giving their very precious 3 minutes to you. Okay, when the audience had been listening to you silently throughout, it means that you should be thankful to them. Okay, so say thank you in the end, don't forget it. Many children forget this, very bad manners. So in the end, gratitude. So express your gratitude to the audience for being very patient throughout. Got it? So when you greet the audience, when you introduce yourself, introduce the topic, express your stance on the motion, and then if you give a few relevant facts and figures, are able to give some examples to prove your point of view, are using suitable debating jargons, and finally when you wrap up the whole thing in a few words and are able to express your gratitude, your debate is complete. Right? No one can stop you from getting good score. No one can stop you from winning the debate. Right? And debate is not something which is only a writing skill. Debating is very much a speaking skill. Nowadays, you open up any news channel, the very first thing you see there, the new debates happen there. And the person, okay, that is about their TRP and all issues. But the basic debate is like when, if I make 4 people sit and discuss some topic, then my purpose would be to make 4 different views come up. It's not about like who is right or who is not. My purpose as a reporter should be like the public should know what those 4 points are. And as a moderator, I will then conclude like what actually is the fact. Okay, as a moderator, I need not advocate what is wrong. As a moderator, I need to tell what should be the actual way out. What is the actual way out? That is the job of the reporter also. Okay, reporters happen to be the moderators, right? Okay, so we have got to know how to write a debate. So today you'll be writing a simple debate on this very issue. Homework should be compulsory for 11th and 12th classes. Homework should be made compulsory for classes 11th and 12th, medical and non-medical streams. Commerce. Homework should be made compulsory for classes. Yes, children, I want the debate tomorrow. All of you will be taking part in the debate. Okay.